Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Go Man Go Toku Cast. I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
the Cinder Blaze
and Makotoa.
Guys, welcome back. And on today's episode, we will be giving you a review of Kamen Rider X-Aid episode 44. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh man.
Here we go.
This is I can't tell if this one is worse than the previous episode.
I'll say this. It's better than Ghost's finale, for sure.
Okay, alright.
I have to agree. I'm not gonna... Yeah.
Yeah, there's excitement to it. I guess we'll talk about the most controversial thing toward the end, but
I got some stuff. I can go sort of chronologically.
All right, give me some stuff.
Yeah, because I had to write some of these things down because it was just too much to have to be bothered to remember about this episode later on. Yeah. So, first off, my problem was we got, the Bugster infection all over.
Pandemic.
Again. Here we go. Pandemic. Once
they
again,
got to use their fancy words.
Okay, here, there you go. I'll just go along with it, even though it's like, okay, we did this, been here, done that. But yeah. But what I was immediately turned off by was, how did the bike guy get infected?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
He's a freaking
How does the
bugster.
virus get infected by another virus?
He's a freaking bugster, and every other time another bugster is infected with a virus, he just gets those little,
Oh. Wait a second. Yeah, no, because they get the veiny things, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're more, because, they're programs. Those can get viruses. Actually, now that I think about it, it makes more sense than people getting it.
I mean, he's still technically supposed to be human that turned bugster, so maybe it's because of that. I hate that we're starting to make sense of this garbage.
But, when did he get it? When did he get it?
Yeah. You'd think he would have, been able to, I don't know, henshin before it got to him or something. I don't know.
And, he never had any signs of contracting any sort of symptoms. Right? So where did it even
He's had it,
come
the
from?
entire time. Whenever we'd have, any sort of screen time with him, he would kind of, go off to the side and, just start holding his chest because there was something wrong with him.
Was that really a thing?
Did that
was I really
happen?
not paying that much attention?
I'm pretty sure that was a thing because I remember, him kind of... he was collapsing a whole bunch of times in, a previous episode, too, right?
What?
And he's
Was he?
don't worry, it's fine.
Oh, are you
I'm
talking
fine.
about because of, his brush with death trying to get the vaccine using Dangerous Zombie?
I think it happened during that episode. It might have been the one before it, though.
I don't know. I thought it was convoluted. They didn't really try to explain it. I think it was just supposed to be for suspense.
They really didn't try to explain most of the things that happened this episode.
Oh no.
Except for the end part to justify something stupid.
Okay, next in line, I think which I think at least there's good parts to this part, especially Corey will enjoy this. Suddenly, Dan Kuroto's first time using his original suit in who knows how many episodes.
Original
the dark X-Aid suit or whatever.
I mean, he's had a level 0 form. The only difference is the silver striping instead of the purple striping.
Yeah, but this
so
is
his level 1 and level 2 and level 0 forms are not that different.
And he just decides to pretty much wear this, and it's
Wait, hold on! I just remembered, guys. This was the build crossover.
That's
episode.
what I was leading up to. It's
holy crap!
Wait, no, you can't just go to the build thing. We have so much crap to go through before we go to the one good thing in this episode.
Are you kidding me, dude? I'm going chronologically here. That's
okay.
Right.
No, because I usually, if I'm heated, I'm positives first.
Well, I was going to say that the negative was that Dan Kuroto literally was in that suit just for plot convenience of the confusion thing. It's oh, I thought you were X-Aid.
Well, no, I mean,
Actually,
like, he's
that-
been in
that
the
made
suit
sense.
throughout these past few episodes.
Huh?
He's at least been using his level 0 form, and that's almost as recognizable as Genmu's
I guess so.
level 2.
Yeah, he doesn't always like automatically go into dangerous zombie because like he actually does change forms into that. He
Yeah,
doesn't really
I don't
do anything
remember.
with it,
I remember him losing dangerous zombie, and I kind of vaguely remember him getting it back.
Also, how did he suddenly have 4 lives again?
but he didn't lose all of them.
I thought he had 5. I thought he had 5,
How-
and then like once he got put into prison, and now
What?
he has 4.
No, because when he was going through all that, like, beating, he was down to his last life.
What are you talking? No,
He
he
never
what?
reached
I thought
that
it was
point.
Wasn't he?
Thought it was his last 5.
Yeah, he reaches that
Yeah.
point before he loses all of his lives for
Mhm.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they actually stayed within the continuity.
No, yeah, they generally do. Into like, I feel like if it's like numbered stuff and like suit stuff, they generally keep it into their lane.
They keep
you know?
track of that, okay.
Yeah, but oh, never mind. That's later.
Something I wasn't keeping track of, I guess. But,
Yeah, but
Well, I am counting down the hours, counting down the days till we're done with Dan Kuroto.
hey,
uh,
he's my second favorite character of the series. I cannot let
That's
you guys
fine.
just bad
That's
mouth
fine.
I'm not
you know,
as
you can love him.
against him now that he's not the main villain. So, like, I think his part in this episode going up against the build dude, I think that was fine. I thought it was cool.
Oh yeah, no. It was like his interaction with Build. It was pretty good.
Mhm.
I was fine with that. I'm just overall, I'm tired of his acting. I'm just really tired.
Should we skip the good of build, or should we continue?
I mean, we're already on it.
Let's
so
just talk about the good of Build. This is freaking incredible.
Yeah, he played off
And-
of Genma really well because he's
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
super extravagant and super fucking loud. And this dude's all like, "Yeah, this is cool. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is the wrong person. I'm just gonna go. Okay,
Yeah.
bye."
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
sorry, you're not important.
Pretty much.
I did like it was revealed early on that you know how Ghost had the Legend Rider icons, and then X8 has the Legend Rider Gashats,
Yeah,
and they're all just one Gashat or one icon.
Yep.
Well, Build's thing, it's not one Kamen Rider per bottle. It's like half of the rider's gimmick per bottle. So it's like the organic and the inorganic parts that make up the rider. So it's like an actual built up form. It's not like a one and done sort of thing. Like, it's as if let's relate it back to the Gaia memories. Like, it's as if like there was a Fi's memory. No, it would be like I don't know, technology and werewolf, 2 different memories
That sounds really
forming of Fi's, I guess, suit. So, and the fact that he's going around collecting samples, I found that really interesting. And so they already announced their big push for Heisei Generations Final as the crossover movie for the end of the Heisei era. So I'm wondering if that'll actually play a big role. I'm hoping it is, but
So he could potentially cross 2 different Kamen Rider protagonist powers into one.
yeah,
That sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
yeah, it is pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Speculation. One thing we did learn here, unless it was previously announced, apparently he's a pacifist under normal circumstances.
That means nothing in Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
Also,
protagonist-
physics means nothing in Kamen Rider, and he's a physicist. So that tells you everything you need to know about
because
consistency.
he's
and
gonna do
continuity.
some crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense, and he's just gonna be like science.
Guys, I'm a physicist, and I'm
Trust me. I'm a
frequently
doctor.
breaking those laws.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll like touch on that in the middle of the series. It's like, so when you like jump up in the air and just like stay there for a second, you know what's going on there?
How's that physically possible?
Okay, shall we move on to some other parts?
We shall.
Because Xaid
okay,
hides in a corner.
Yo, I'm so disappointed in X8 this freaking episode. Like, I'm always kind of disappointed in that dude, but this episode especially, because like when he was having that talk with Poppy right before she went to go sacrifice herself, that entire like scene, you could just ignore whatever the hell Emu's saying. Like, honestly, it would not make a difference.
It did not mesh.
He sucked that whole scene.
The dialogue, I feel like the dialogue was almost there. The delivery, no,
No, not at all. Especially like maybe she was putting it in the work, but Emu, like when he like falls backwards and then starts saying,
"Oh my goodness,
when are we gonna?"
Oh, is that the one where he falls backwards? I thought
Yeah.
that was like Palhead.
That no, that was so bad. Maybe he fell backwards for both. I can't remember. I just know for sure it was Poppy. But like,
I love. Side note, real quick. I love what you said before we started watching it. Alex, you said something like, "Oh yeah, he was really setting up to sacrifice himself, like throughout his turn back." How can I atone?
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, I
for
thought that was
Palad.
fun.
But like, continuing on with the Poppy scene, I did notice something inconsistent that I didn't like in her reasoning, which I think maybe Emu could have used as an argument. I mean, it was still failed because they had to have her die, apparently. Which, half of the reason why this, part of it was definitely the acting on Emu's part, the delivery and stuff, but then the other part was like, okay, this feels like something that if they just had Dan Kuroto do some mumbo jumbo, he could have fixed this in another stupid butt pull.
No,
so it felt wasted, and it felt like she didn't have to die, and it was just stupid. So that's why I also couldn't get into it.
It was something that I don't think was ever introduced. Like,
Yeah.
they start fighting the Bugsters, and then suddenly she says to Palad, "No, there's something only we Bugsters can do." What?
That was...
Excuse me?
It's just another like
What?
random like ability that some character just suddenly pulls out of their butt.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, do you guys
Don't
remember
worry,
in
we
our...
have this trump card where I could just shove a Gashat into my chest and then burst forth this antidote across the city.
Wait. Now that I think about it, couldn't Dan Kuroto use one of his lives to do that?
Oh, he wouldn't. You know he wouldn't.
He wouldn't, but
Yeah.
he could. Wow, that's I hate this show. There's so many just
Well,
stupid.
no. I mean, like, character-wise, it makes sense.
Character-wise, yeah. Like, okay,
And, like, it makes... So, what doesn't make sense, you're right, is that they gave themselves this trump card. And they use it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're trying to create tension, you have to somehow take away their trump card, and they didn't. So that's when it started to feel a little stilted, because why would Poppy ever need to sacrifice herself? Also, we never got build-up from this.
no,
What?
no.
In what world does being a Bugster automatically mean, oh yeah, I can turn into a cloud of antidote, guys? That's one of my abilities. You knew this, right? Only us Bugsters can do this.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you remember
Being
our
unique to
first
us.
reviews for this series, where we were all kind of clueless as to like what the fuck a Bugster was and how it affected everything in this fucking universe?
Yeah.
They still haven't told us. Don't make
Also-
any sense whatsoever.
If we look at a graph of how much knowledge we have of the Bugsters, it spikes on episode 1 and completely plateaus.
I don't know, man.
Because we
learn every episode they need a random plot twist that they have a new ability that just doesn't make sense. That's what we learn.
That was so weird. And then suddenly Palad is doing this weird thing too. I don't mean to skip.
Okay, before we skip,
apparently you have a structure to this.
There was one more thing I needed to address about this scene, and that was Poppy's reasoning. She was saying that something about like how this is a bugster's fate to have to sacrifice themselves or like to lose.
Goodness.
That was complete garbage, because in that like emotional episode she had forever ago, she was arguing that bugsters and humans could get along. So that kind of like turn on its face for her character was stupid to me. I thought that was garbage arguing.
No, it's inconsistent.
It was inconsistent because she was always like, bugsters and humans can live and together. And that was the whole point of that episode where she, like, that was the best moment for her. And now she's turning around and saying, I guess, it's always a bugster's fate after all to die. And it's like, okay, you just reverted completely back to whatever Palad's original like reasoning for wanting to kill all the humans was, because he didn't want to die by the hand of the...
I don't think it's like that harsh though. Like, it might seem like it reverted completely back, but it's kind of like she still believes that humans and bugsters can live together, but she's kind of disappointed in like reality, and that she's put in a position where she has to do the opposite thing of what she believes.
I'd be disappointed in this reality.
The thing is, like, I think they said something about like it'd be inefficient to go one by one. That wouldn't be that bad, would it?
That would be horrible. What are you talking about?
Just no, hold on. The worst that it could get to, like, worldwide, is just Japan. Just Japan. So if Dan Kuroto, he could crank those out like it's nothing. If you make a game, you can print more. So I don't understand why they only have one. What is so unique to that specific Gashat that it can't be reproduced, right? Why can't they all just have one? It'd be easy to print a new antidote.
I mean, another way they could have taken care of this is the same way that they've taken care of every problem. They kill the bugster responsible, and then the virus disappears, right?
Yeah. No, exactly, that too.
And then
on top of that, they also have this other trump card.
There's so many ways.
Don't know if you remembered, it was friggin' Emu's giant form where he could just kick or shoot something and reprogram it.
Oh yeah.
And just straight up reprogram it himself. So maybe he takes that form, kicks and or shoots another bugster, and then anytime the bugster would like attack someone, there'd be a timer on him, and then they'd suddenly revert back. You know what I mean?
There's so many
stupid ways. So like, just pass through an antidote. I don't understand.
It's just a waste.
Let's
just a waste. They
wanted to assume that it's too powerful because it's the Gem Deus.
Okay,
power.
all right. Too powerful. So how did the antidote work like that then?
I don't even know what that antidote is.
I don't think we should try like making logic out of this stupidness anymore. Like it's just there's so many ways we could keep going on and on probably about like other ways that they could have gone about this without having it to be this way. But we all know.
Honestly, I don't have the brain power to try to even want to try to help them fix this.
No,
because this is messy.
It really is. And I mean that just kind of leads into I guess what the next part is. Or no, wait. Okay, one more thing about this. The promise.
One more thing.
What about?
Oh yeah,
what about? What about the promise we made to play Do Re Mi Fa Sol La whatever? And
Do Re Mi Fa beat.
I don't remember that at all. If that happened, like episode 3,
oh yeah, did it?
Yo, they knew that the audience would remember. That's why they had the flashback.
Yeah. No. I don't even think they referred to that.
That felt so irrelevant.
Like that.
It felt so irrelevant. Like, And I also kind of hated that Emu was the only one there besides Palad, like, to see her off. And I mean, yeah, she kind of floated around for a while and started telling people, you know, to stop eating and being a fatty and stop lying and, like, you know...
Hey, I can eat as much cake as I want.
One thing I will say is when she told Nico to take care of Taiga, Nico's acting actually made me feel something. That part was nice.
I mean, like, I kind of wanted her to be like, Taiga, be nice to Nico, and Nico freaking be nice to Taiga. You are abusive.
Yeah, I think that one only worked because they've been developed so well already.
Yeah.
That, you know, kind of carried its own weight. For the other ones, for the one with Dawn, I wish that the CG was better. Not the CG, the special effects.
Oh
were
yeah,
better.
the moment, because it didn't look like it just looked like a green screened in right there or something.
Well, like she couldn't even hold his face because.
Yeah, I know. Like they placed it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably better ways to handle that scene. Like they have the technology to make that scene work.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, they should have developed that line a bit more because she was supposed to be like that mother figure for him.
Yeah,
sorta.
She was technically the bugster of his mom.
No. It was that, but then she also had the thing of like, he created me, he's my creator, so kind of like a dad thing as well. So
that's weird.
Mom and daughter combined into one, and that just made me so confused. Like, how am I supposed to feel about their relationship? Right?
Well, just do what Poppy does and just lock them into a fucking computer and just forget about it.
It's so weird. Let's talk about more weird stuff. You guys like CG, don't you?
Oh, heck. Oh
yeah, we didn't talk about the villain this episode at all.
Well, what's there to talk about? He got big.
Yeah, he turned into a Final Fantasy final boss, and... You know, he had to keep referencing, oh, you know, there's always another final boss. That's just how video games work.
Well, he's that last episode.
But, like, you can use, like, they've used that. I feel like they've used that so many times. They've either brought Game Deus to life, they've killed Game Deus or absorbed him, and then they kill, what's his name, Cronus. But he keeps coming back.
But then he went back in time, and then...
Oh my god, that was so stupid.
Pissed me off.
Restart. Oh man, I'm glad that didn't happen again. Like,
guys, we are talking longer than the episode actually was. Let's.
Okay. One thing I actually liked, but then the execution of watching it play out, I hated, was the plot twist. That level 1 was the way to defeat him or separate him from the virus.
Was it a plot twist?
It was something that like was pre-established and it was done.
Right, yeah, because level 1 is definitely strong enough to take on Game Deus.
It's not. It is not, and it's stupid. I think like because he was like, "You're gonna die in that level."
Yeah, exactly.
But
what the hell?
But you forgot, dude. The Game Deus doesn't move. He just sits there and just takes it.
And they're so agile now, too.
Yeah. I hated watching it, I will say that.
Oh, yeah. That was some of the worst stuff I've ever seen.
Garbage.
It was pretty hilarious, though. Like, when they switched between CG and, like, the actual suits. Like, you see, like, the dude just, like, rolling around
you saw
in
the
his
part
costume
where, like...
he can't get up.
There was a part where like they tried to do the jump cut, and you could already tell he didn't make it very high before they cut it. Like he was about to come back down to earth right as they cut it, dude. Like, and then the momentum he just suddenly got in the CG was just so off.
Hey man, that's Toku. Don't worry, Bill will fix this with physics.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Don't worry.
What else?
I'm very confused. Like, why did they need to separate him? What was the point again? Like, why did they need to separate him from
because they needed to purge
Dad
the virus
Masamune.
with that like white Gashat again.
But couldn't they just kill Dan Masamune? I mean, wouldn't that be like? And there are a lot of times in this show where, it'd be great. You call yourselves like, or at least Emu said it in Taiga's episode. Oh, last episode, he was like, "We're the best doctor team there is." Y'all don't talk to each other. You each have plans. You guys can have conflicting plans, and you won't say a darn word.
No.
To each other to coordinate anything. He walks up in level 1. Everyone's like, "What?" Because, like, yeah, it's pretty dumb. And he doesn't even try to explain himself until after they get it. Like, if you've got a plan, share it with your so-called team.
I don't know. At least
Communication.
I think he kind of like expects them to be like, in sync with him, because for the latter half of this show, they would just all walk up to the same like random courtyard that Kronos would just be like staring in the sky in, like that that transition was used in nearly every episode past like 30. They just all knew where he was. I mean, they have no reason to know where he is.
They all hang out at the same place, all meet up.
It's like, hey, I think he's at that place, the giant ass clock. It's like, yeah.
Sounds
right.
It's about that time of week again. He'll probably show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Palad catch the sword thing.
No, yeah, Palad died, and that was supposed to be emotional.
I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting it this episode. I don't know why.
I wasn't expecting it because it was definitely shoehorned into the end.
Yeah, it kind of was, especially when we focus so much on Poppy's death. I figured we'd wait or something.
Give him his chance. Give him his chance to shine before.
No.
Like, now you have two of them competing for the spotlight. I barely remembered that Palad died. The highlight of the episode for me was, build, but Poppy dying.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the big thing that happened.
Yeah.
But then also,
like
the other half of X8.
My turn to die because I gotta atone for my sins.
Wow. Yeah, because that's a thing that just keeps going.
I think that, and it felt so weird because, I mean, it wasn't so long ago that Palad was just scared half to death of dying, and now...
Yeah, I know, and now he's just okay.
It's like, my turn to self-sacrifice.
Sorry, now I get it.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
No, it was too quick.
You know what else sucked about him dying? Everyone who would care about him dying is basically dead or Emu.
Yeah. Dead or Emu.
Or Emu. I love that. I love how that doesn't actually count.
Yeah.
In your mind, like, dead or Emu.
He's dead to me.
Ugh, man.
Yeah. I mean, and it's also, like I said, this show effectively ended 2 episodes ago for me. Like, anything else is me trying to see if this gets any better, if they can try to make it better.
I mean, they can make it, bigger and badder. Like, one thing I did like about this episode towards the finale was Kronos. Like, the actor, he's pulling off his lines so well. I mean,
he's always been
so embraces that, like, cheesy villainess,
We have some differences of opinion here.
I've enjoyed his performance. What he's been
I liked
handed.
it up until he started taking notes from his son. That's when I was like, oh, can we not? Can this not happen?
Well,
I don't want this. I don't want more.
He didn't abuse it as much, though.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
But
the fact that it was there annoyed me. Like, I don't... It's just... It left a bad taste in my mouth the first time. And anytime I catch whiff of it again, I'm like, oh! Ew! Oh.
All right.
I mean, it's not as bad, but...
Yeah.
Just the memories.
Well, it won't be long.
It won't be long.
Yeah.
Time to build up to a better future.
Build up for a bit.
Since Palad died, I guess Kronos is now in full power not full power. He just has no checks to his power anymore.
Yeah.
How are they gonna beat someone who can stop time and reverse it just when he gets defeated?
Yeah,
I guess we'll find out
hold
next
on.
time.
That raises another one of my questions, right? So he can use Chrono Space form. I get that, 100%. But can't Snipe just grab 2 Kamen Rider Chronicle Gashats and transform into Chronos too?
That power up was kind of bullshit too.
At least try, huh?
That power up was kind of bullshit too.
I thought it was great. I was stoked to
Yep.
finally give him a level 100.
Yep.
But then he stopped using it. But therein lies that issue. Like, he can use Kronos' powers. Even if Emu's out of the picture, they have the power of Kronos. And the only reason that Dan Masamune beat Snipe before is because he had the power of Game Deus on his side, right? So, if it's Kronos against Kronos, the better fighter wins.
I would love to see him come back and maybe try and counteract his stuff, but I don't see it happening. It's all going to be on Emu. He's going to butt pull something out of his...
He's going to butt pull something?
Oh, you know how he saved Palad in his hand or fist or something?
Mm-hmm.
Then brought him back? What if he just goes Mighty Brothers X and then brings him back to life?
There was that last spark that was in his hand both times.
Yeah, that little bit. He grabbed that little bit and then just regenerated the whole thing.
Jeez. You're right.
I don't care at this point.
Either that or just, use your friggin' OP mech form and kick a new program into him or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something. Because, I don't really understand. So he's dead now. Does that mean he just can't transform whatsoever?
I think so.
The last time that happened, what's his name? Palad was saved in his fist or something. So he was still technically alive, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now he just doesn't have his powers?
That's the assumption, but I mean...
Okay. Let's hope they remain consistent, because it's going to be a mess otherwise.
Yeah, where are we putting our bets? Is it just gonna come straight out of Emu's butt, or is it gonna come out of Dan Masamune's butt? Which one?
Masamune or Kuroto?
Whose butt is it gonna come out of?
I don't want to see anything coming out of anyone's butt. If I'm being honest.
Well, I can't. I don't see how.
Honestly though. Probably gonna be X8 he's gonna say something that sounds vaguely uplifting on paper, but in execution is just dog trash. And then he's gonna henshin somehow. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Unless this Rider show has the balls to not even feature X8 defeating the main villain, then props.
He probably will. It could be maybe by a different character's ability to get him back his powers.
Have Nico beat him.
That would be the best ending.
Make me eat
honestly.
my words from the last episode.
That would be the best ending.
That would, yeah.
She gets
that would
credit.
be my true ending.
She gets all the credit, right? That'd be great. She gets the last hit in.
Yeah, but I kind of want Kurito to do something useful. He has technically done useful stuff, but I miss it when he was actually a threat, in episode 1, 2, and 3. I miss those days, and I kind of
when he just beat up the villain, the protagonist, and then disappear.
Yeah, for no reason. At least he can beat him up,
back when he didn't talk. Yes, I was down for that.
Now he's just fodder, dude. All the other Kamen Riders just beat the shit out of him. I'm pretty sure Nico can beat the shit out of him at this point. Why?
I get that people love him because he's some sort of meme lord or whatever. That's what I've heard. And I can't. I'm sorry. I can't get behind it that much because it's.
Don't apologize.
No, I don't know.
Don't apologize.
No, see, I don't like disliking Tokusatsu. I would like to enjoy Tokusatsu. If there is a way to recontextualize this show, please tell me, because I don't see what other people are seeing.
Years later, it's kind of like that those why the prequels are actually secretly good or something. Like someone makes a video why X8 is secretly a good show.
Well, no, because people are saying it's a legitimately good Kamen Rider show. I mean, like, story wise, it hits good beats.
Yeah, it had an interesting plot.
It's just the characters aren't there for me, and they never were.
Yeah, like despite how much I meme Kamen Rider Brave as my favorite, he's really bad. Honestly.
No, like Snipe's my favorite just because of the addition of Nico, and I don't know. I feel like she was a really refreshing character to bring in.
Indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, that's more finale discussion.
Yeah,
we're not even there yet.
We need to get there.
We are like almost 40 minutes in, so I guess we should wrap it up. Guys, if you like this episode, if you stuck around this long, tell us in the comments down below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. An announcement is coming in the coming days. So stay tuned. Stuff's going to be happening as we're building up to a new Kamen Rider show. Also, all the links to our socials are in the description down below.
That pun doesn't work if you've been using it like 3 times in this podcast, dude. You gotta lost the impact.
Shut up, it's funny. This is a good joke. This is a good joke. This is a good joke.
It was a good joke, but you
shut
fucked
up.
up
This
the
is a good
execution
joke.
the first
This is a
time.
good joke.
I couldn't hear the second time. The third time was kind of just like,
Later.
Bye.
It's a good joke.